What is going on, my IK fam? BN, I'm back again today for another dope video, and I'm pretty excited because today I am going to be showing off the conclusion slash summary for where our jumper account is. I'm going to give a big jumper update as well, along with some next steps for those that are interested in tuning in for a big event that we'll probably be doing tomorrow. Now, before we get started, as usual, if you enjoyed the content, sub to the channel, give us a thumbs up for a like, along with hit that notification bell to get updates on when we have new videos coming out, and of course we have official Infinity Kingdom resources, along with if you want to join our Discord in the description down below. Now, let's assess where we are at. First off, how long have we been prepping the jump account? So, we've been going for about 23 days so far. As you can see, I am VIP 8 at 56. So I will tell you as a disclaimer, on this account, I have spent $15. Now, that has only been for the $4.99 Head Start bundle, and then the 30-day gem supply, just because I think you just get incredible value out of that if you're really looking to do like a budget spend. So for me, $10 a month outside of the $5 time initial is all I've done so far on this account. So nothing really super impactful that's going to give me a generous boost of immediate or short-term power. Now, you can see my power is at 75k, right? I'll show you at the moment. You'll see my power 75, right? Number of troops. You could see my, where's my primary march here? I don't know if it's going to show it. Yeah, we'll just do it the old-fashioned way. So if I go to troops, you can see that my primary here is at 20,351. So decent, right? Now, before, in previous videos, we've talked about how the recommendation was to try and hit 100k power, somewhere between 18 and 19k for your primary troop, just because that is what the average was at the bubble position for the top 100 players about 3 days in to a new server. Now, I looked at those stats across a few servers just to see if they were consistent, if they added up, and they did. So now that I am 23 days into my jumper, my thoughts are that you don't have to be at 100k power. I personally think the most important bit now is really just the primary troop power. Right? If you can at least get that to somewhere around 18, 19k within that window, if not more, you are set. Right? Now, you can do this probably a lot faster than I did, basically slow playing it based on how I'm going on developing this account. You can do things such as, like, let's say you just want to invest all your green gems into buying Philosopher Stones in the shop. You could do that, right? You could just go all the way here, I think it's at the bottom, and you could pay the 300 green gems and just burn everything on Philo Stones, right? That's a way that you'll get a lot of shards, you'll get a lot of immortal pools, right? That'll also help you kind of boost up not only your overall power, but your true power as well, if you're looking to kind of fish or hyper-focus for your primary march. These are some things you can do. You can spread out some of the experience power among your second and third marches as well. Again, there are a couple variations, but you can definitely hit 18 to 19k true power, I want to say easily within about a week and a half, 2 weeks, right? If not, maybe less, just depending on how you're utilizing your green gems. Maybe you could do it between a week or two. So just keep in mind that you don't have to sit here and prep a jumper for an extremely long time, right? I think as long as you can get it there, that is good enough. Of course, the longer you prep, right, the higher power you'll be, the better position you'll be, arguably. But those are the bare minimums based on what I have found out now through this test run. In addition, you'll notice that, you know, all my buildings, everything's at 8, pretty standard, right? There's only some areas that you're really able to excel in. Those are just going to be in increasing your overall primary march power or your troop power. Again, constantly doing your chests and pulling these to essentially just get more of your dragon shards and additional resources. Constantly upgrading your dragon. My dragon at 23 days in is, by the time tomorrow hits, and probably going into tomorrow evening, right, I'll be at level 20. So I think, you know, level 20 is somewhat appropriate. I haven't used any speed ups as well for dragon or anything else. So I would say, again, right, you're going to keep doing your dragon, you're going to keep constantly training troops, and then you're going to keep removing troops. as well, right? So you'll dismiss troops, so that way you can keep training. You will keep doing the market trick as well. You could even do You could even do the harbor trick I showed off yesterday if you want. Though I really wouldn't recommend doing it on your jumper because most of your gold really just wants to go into dragon, and then also saving for your immortal boosts in your primary march or others as well. Those are some of the primary things, and of course, constantly doing your fortification so you can max out your fortification growth achievement as well. This is something that is super easy to do, and it gives you good value on it. And then outside of that, that's pretty much it, right? Doing your Well of Time raids, so you can just constantly get your free attempts, right? And then you'll just keep banking and loading up resources, which is another great way to utilize Well of Time, right? You're still going to be attacking gnomes and doing gnome bosses. And then outside of that, which is probably the last big thing that you're actually able to impact, at least in another area, is gathering, right? Now, you can still get your gather. You'll see I've gathered almost, a little over 11 mil right now. And even if, again, I can't get any more resources from gathering. So at this point, all I'm doing is just clicking this, clicking gather, and I'm just sending them out one by one, right? Because you'll still get the resources applied to the growth achievement even if you are not able to actually increase your resources in your storage from gathering. So again, these are some of what I would say are the kind of X factor areas that you could still work on for your jumper account. Once you kind of get everything to 8, you max your academy out in other areas. These are some of the primary focuses. So, like I said, I think in conclusion, I'm pretty happy with where the account is. Along with, specifically for our project, we were pretty fortunate in being able to take advantage of the Easter event. Now they have this kind of 7-day reward thing going on for the AVA Illusion Battlefield event, along with some other events that went on as well. I'm actually pretty stoked for the potential of these jumper accounts once we're eventually able to move them over to our designated server. Now, the last thing I'll tell you as well in this video is that if anyone's interested, I will be streaming on our server. It's just going to be locally for anyone that's interested in watching us kind of progress and start out. And I'll probably make a separate video on this too, mainly just so we can really focus on getting the best start that we can. But I will be coming out probably with a new server video series that I'll probably be listing again in another video, but at least wanted just to briefly give a tease about that here. But if you're interested in getting any of that information, of course, you guys can join our Discord server. Links are in the description. And I think that wraps it up for me here on what my thoughts are on the jumper account, kind of some of what my pros and cons are, what the expectations were coming in, what were the results that I'm seeing now. Again, overall, I am very satisfied. I don't know if I necessarily needed to play on the jumper as long as I have, but I still think that we're getting great value out of it. And I hope that this at least helps some people who are interested in starting a jumper to kind of give you somewhat of a timeline on where you could be numbers-wise, on what kind of goals you should be looking or thresholds to hit. And I think that's it for me. So until next time, as always, hope you all enjoyed. Peace!